What's good, you guys? What is good? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. I hope that you are doing well. So in this video, I want to talk about not allowing what you've been through to stop you from being the best version of you can be, from being a good person. Y'all, narcissistic abuse is very, very traumatizing. I understand that. And you go through so much being with these individuals, it's unbelievable. As I've said once before, we never thought something like this existed. I'm sure we knew evil existed, most of us for the most part, but we never really knew that we was that close to evil, right? And it's hard to take that in once you figure it out. It's hard to understand what you've been through. It's even harder to explain it, so you don't even try to. Most times you don't even try to explain it. You just want to deal with like-minded individuals who understand it, who's been through it, and that's really a sad thing to come together on. But we went through it, and we're all thriving out of it together. But narcissistic abuse is very traumatizing. It's a strong deal to have to get over, and you really feel like you've been dealt a bad hand. But y'all, it's really a blessing in disguise, and as hard as that may be, it's still hard for me to take in. So I know how it makes some of y'all feel, but as hard as that may be to take in, it's really a blessing in disguise. It makes you become stronger. It makes you set boundaries, firm boundaries. It stops you from being a people pleaser. It makes you understand that this type of evil exists. It really goes on, and everybody is not like you. And a lot of us had that really, really bad, feeling like people are just like us. You know, we know how we are, what type of heart we have, what type of things we do for a person, how caring and loving, how we can place ourselves in somebody else's shoes. And we found out the hard way that, hey, that's just us. Everybody doesn't operate like that, especially narcissists. They are the most evilest, I can't think of evilest individuals on the planet. And to find something like that out is just like traumatizing all in itself. To live around somebody who constantly belittles you and say things to you that they should not say. To have somebody in your company or even in your circle who views you as the enemy, who's envious of you, you don't even know about it. Somebody who deems you insignificant because this is how they feel to the world. It's not easy. It takes a lot of introspection. It takes a lot of inner work. It takes a lot of sitting down with yourself and rebuilding yourself. It takes forgiveness, something a lot of us don't understand. Because, you know, y'all, at first I was like, forgive who? For what? Wait, what? Why am I doing that? So I'm going to forgive somebody who behaved like this, who did this. All these things to me, and I got to forgive. But you know what? That's the best thing you can do is forgive them, because forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. And just because you forgive them doesn't mean you have to tell them about it. Work with God, forgive them. Because you remember, you'll never forget how somebody made you feel. You may forget bits and pieces of things that has happened to you, but you'll never forget how someone actually made you feel. And once you realize what the narcissist is, these are individuals you don't want to go back to. You don't want to be in their company. You don't want to go back to. And when you heal, you're like, what was I doing? What was I thinking? What the hell was that? I went that low. I allowed somebody to do this and that and this and that. You're distraught for a very long time. It almost feels like something you'll never get over. That's how it feels. In the beginning, it feels like that. It feels like you'll never get over it. You'll never get past it. You can never understand it. You know you didn't deserve it. Because you know you would never treat somebody that way. You know how you are. And then you find out the hard way that not everybody is like this. But you can't let it change you. You guys, you can't let going through narcissistic abuse change you. You can't let it shape who you're going to be. You can't stop being you. You just learn to be the best version of you. You learn to set standards and boundaries and let no comfort you. Let the word no comfort you. Listen, no becomes your best friend. You'll learn how to say no really, really quick. You'll learn to, Operate from a space where you are slow to hire and quick to fire. You will get to a place where you're like, you know what? Yeah, I can see right now this is not going to work out. Let me just go ahead and get out of here before I even get this thing started. The red flags, you will not let them go anymore. You'll spot them. You'll understand that, hey, look, this is this. No, I've saw this before. It helps you become the best version of you. You won't let things get by you. You won't let people talk to you any kind of way. You won't let people mistreat you. All that stuff about being a people's pleaser, all that's going to change. That's going to change. And yes, it does change you, but that's what you want. You want change. You don't want to continue walking around being the person that you've always been, because then you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. You want different. You want change. The narcissist won't be able to sniff you out in the lineup. And that's what you want. You want them to go somewhere else with that. Your vulnerabilities is what they prey on, y'all. That's what they prey on. And you want to get stronger. You want to become a better you. People always say, I feel like I'm never going to get over it. It feels like that in the beginning. Like you're never going to get over it. It feels like it's a lifetime trauma. And you know what? If you don't do the proper healing, it can be. You'll never forget it. That's for sure. You'll never forget it no matter what you do. How much healing you do. You'll never forget it. But at least you won't walk around with a grudge and hate this person, have disdain for this person, always talking about this person. You want to get to a space where you realize, look, this has made me better. This is a blessing in disguise. It was all in God's plan. People always say, I wonder why God allowed this. God didn't put you with a narcissist, and he didn't send a narcissist to you. He allowed you to make your own decisions, and he may have allowed the narcissist to behave in your life the way that they did, because you made a choice. Just like you had to make a choice to let them go. And that's what most people don't understand. It's not God that put you with him. God has nothing to do with that. But he will allow you to make these decisions. And he'll pull you from this place of hurt and pain and sorrow once he knows you're tired, once you go to him. But as far as him sticking a narcissist in our life, no, he didn't do that. It's not his fault. But you can't let what you've been through change you, shape you, turn you into somebody that you do not want to be, make you ugly, possibly turn you into a narcissist. Do not do that. Do not go that far out, because you can heal, you can get better, become the best version of you. It does seem like it's hard. It's very hard. It's no walk in the park, y'all. It's not. It is not easy. But you can get to a place where you're like, you know what? Yeah, it was a blessing in disguise. Look at all I have now. Turn your pain, all your pain. You could turn all your pain into prosperity. There's so much that you can do with what you've been through, other than just sit in it and sulk forever. You can't do that. Go through your stages. Go through the grief. Go through what you've been through. But don't allow it to change you. That's exactly what the narcissist is hoping for. That's what they want. They want it to change you. They want what you've been through to shape you, to change you, for you to never find love again, for you to believe that everybody is like this, for you to believe that, you know what, I'm going to spend the rest of my life by myself. I'm going to just keep meeting narcissists. If you walk around with this attitude and this way of thinking, this is exactly what's going to happen. Remember, what you speak into the universe is what you get, what comes back to you. It's not true. You're not stuck with people like this. There are lots of people in the world who are good people, and they're not all narcissists. There are wonderful people in the world, like-minded individuals who think a lot like you and I, and there are good people in the world. They're not all narcissists. Granted, there are a lot of narcissists out there, granted, but everybody's not a narcissist. Everyone won't mistreat you. That's why you have to raise the spirit of discernment and stay close to God. That way, whenever you come across somebody, you can ask God for his blessing. Well, God, is this for me? Is this person for me? That way you can get his blessing, because everybody does not behave in this manner. Do not allow what you've been through to turn you into an ugly individual, to change your heart, to change who you know you can be. Continue to be a good person. Continue to ask God for his blessing when you go out or when you decide that you're ready to date again. But do the work first. Do the work first. Take care of you first. Take care of your psyche first. If you have to get your body right, get your body right. But you definitely want to get your psyche. You want to get your mind right first. Get your mind right first. Make sure you're good. Take care of your body. Eat the right foods. Do the right things. Make sure that you are ready to do the things that the narcissist said you couldn't do. or shall I say, try to stop you from doing, because that's what they do. They get in the way of all the good things about you. They try to stop anything good about you from happening. That's the goal of them anyway. To steal your wonderful attributes and just run off with them. Make sure that you just drain dry. They just try to obliterate you for everything. They try to make sure you can't do anything. Don't allow this, y'all. Don't allow what you've been through with a narcissist or a few narcissists, because most of us has been with more than one, right? Don't allow what you've endured dealing with a narcissist to shape you. Don't let it change you. It's not the end. It's not the end, guys. It is not the end. It does get a lot better. People say they feel like they're never going to be able to heal. If you say that, then you never will. But I promise you, if you do the work, you spend time with yourself. This means staying off of social network sites, staying off of the dating apps, all this stuff. Don't get on dating apps. Don't look for love. Don't search for anything. Search for who you are. Search for you. The only thing that you should be doing during your healing process is getting back to you, the best version of you at that. Because the only thing that got lost the whole time you're dealing with the narcissist is you. You got lost. What you need cannot be found in another person. You have to already have that. What's on the inside of you is all that you need. Fix you first before you add on. We don't go to other people for validation. We validate ourselves. And that's a very big deal when you're dealing with narcissism. People who are narcissists, they just come along and tear everything about you away from you. And this is why introspection, doing the inner work, making sure you're okay, making sure you're good, taking care of yourself, making sure you build up all the things that they try to tear down about you. Because you really have to rebuild yourself once you get out of a relationship like this. You have to rebuild yourself. It is not easy work. Some of us heal faster than others. Some of us take longer to heal. But I promise you, it doesn't matter how long it takes you. It can happen. You do heal. Like I said, you never forget about it. But you definitely can heal from it. Just don't let it change you. Don't let it shape you. Don't let it make you feel like everybody in the world is like this. Or you got to be by yourself. You can never get with somebody else again. Everybody's like this. I'll never get somebody good. Maybe they're a narcissist. You can't go around side-eyeing everyone thinking that they're a narcissist. You can't go around looking at people crazy and saying things like, I wonder, no. Don't start doing that. Y'all, I did that for a long time. Every time somebody came at me, I'm like, oh, another narcissist. The first thing they said, oh my God, they're a narcissist. I bet this is a narcissist. He looks like he's a narcissist. Look, you can't do that, y'all, because everyone is not a narcissist. We're supposed to test the spirit by the spirit. You'll know if you raise your discernment, you will know. And then you won't be calling everyone a narcissist. You will know. Narcissists give you a very icky feeling when they're around. They make you feel very, very uncomfortable. You almost feel like you can't stay in the same space with them, the same room with them. That's how icky the room starts to feel. You can feel something's in the room that doesn't belong there. When you're around a real narcissist, you will know. And discernment helps you to figure this stuff out. This is why you got to stay close to God, stay rooted in God, and try to read the Word if you can. For those of you who read the Bible, we have to stay rooted in God. Trust, faith, everything, because y'all, we have to be able to spot them. And remember that everybody is not like that. Everybody does not operate from a space of envious and jealousy. People who want to unalive you, people who hate you for being you. Everybody is not like this. Narcissists are not just, as they say, disordered. No, baby, they are evil. That's what they are. I don't care what anyone has to say. That's exactly what they are. Anyone who behaves the way that they do are not people who are human. And you can't treat them like it either. Just remember that don't allow what you've been through to change you, because that's their goal. They want to change you. They're hoping to change you. That's exactly what they want. But you guys, I just want to come to y'all with this quick video because so many of us feel we can't get through this. So many of us have a hard time wondering how we're supposed to heal from this. So many of us has experienced this as being the biggest trauma of our life, and it probably is. I'm sure that it is. But you can get through it. You'll never return back to you, but you'll be a better you. But you guys, that is it. Um, just want to come bring that to y'all. It was on my heart to talk about it. I'm not letting this stuff change us. And yeah, guys, take the time out to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.